Hi everybody, Stacy at Scrapmania, and I am home working on a project. It is Saturday night, and next Saturday I have a bridal shower that I'm giving for my nephew's wife. They have actually gotten married, but she hasn't had our bridal shower because we had to postpone it because of COVID. So I have 1 week to get this album done. So this is albums that I've done similar in the past. Only has 5 pages. I can get that done, right? But here's the catch, is I'm going to be adding the pockets and flips and things. This is a Heartfelt Creations albums, and you can add all those cool flips and pockets and all those inserts. So I've opened 2 packages so far. I'm not exactly sure which ones I'm going to use, but I just wanted to show you. I'm going to kind of do a few parts of this video and show you that you can do something like this in a week. So I'm going to try and get this done in less than a week. So, like I said, this is Saturday night. I am just starting. I've got a totally blank album here. This is all I've done right now, is I'll turn the camera around and show you. Maybe I'll turn the camera around if I can get it to cooperate. Flip. Oh, it's taking pictures. This one maybe? Oh yeah, it helps if I push the right button. Okay, so I have sorted my pictures out by category. So this is like individual bride and groom pictures. This is walking up to see him for the first time. These are in front of the courthouse. These are family pictures. So I've kind of got things organized. I'm mostly going to go black and white themed. I'm not sure how well that's going to work because her dress is a little ivory and he has on navy and brown, but I still think, since most of the wedding stuff that we have, that most of the collections come out with are black and white, I'm going with it anyway. And the album is also white. So this is what we're doing, and I think it will be fine. Her dress actually looks whiter in pictures than it did in person, and I think it'll be fine. So I do have a few accent colors here. I did grab some gold, silver. I grabbed a couple greens because of the greenery in her flowers, and craft and brown just to tie in. But I'm going to do a lot simpler, just kind of a more elegant black and white themed album, and I'll give you some progress reports. So you won't be able to see this though, but by the time you see this, it will have already given as a gift. Like I said, the shower is next Saturday here at my house. So I've got some work to get done. And I think it'll be just fine, and it's going to turn out beautiful. And she's also going to be super surprised because I told her I wanted pictures. And then she told me that she was going to get some for me. And then she said, oh, you can just do this. And I said, oh, never mind. I changed my mind. I decided not to do it because I don't want her to think I'm doing an album. So hopefully she'll be super surprised and love it. So more videos coming soon.
We have a quick thing. If you saw the video with Bella's dress, here's Bella's dress, and she loves it.
Here's Bella's dress that we got at the local pet shop that we found down at Tanger Outlet yesterday. It's got little pineapples on it. Isn't she adorable? Can you pose for the people? All of your fans out there? Show them your belly. Show them your cute little belly. Are you shy? No? Are you shy, Bella? Okay, we got work to do, so no puppy time, right? All right, we'll see you soon. All right, so I grabbed a few of my papers that I want to use on the front. I have a duplicate of this picture, so I chose that as my front cover page. Normally I don't put a picture on the front, but just because I accidentally made an extra, I thought that would be a good front. Because the album is light colored, I thought I wanted a light colored background, and then I wanted some foil and some darker colors just to kind of contrast around the main picture as photo frames. And he does have on navy, and I thought I brought some navy paper home, but I didn't, so I might add navy later, depending on how it looks once I get it done. So let's see here. Let me grab my trimmer. This is my favorite trimmer. This is the Caterpillar trimmer, and it is self-sharpening, so it is my favorite. So we're gonna start matting it with this darker here. It's kind of a black and gray. This is my favorite adhesive. It's kind of low on adhesive, so hopefully it won't run out on camera to where I'll have to replace it. So just stick her down on here. Nice and square. You want to make sure you've got even on all sides. So I don't measure anything, I just eyeball. So what I do is I give my border on 2 sides, and then the other 2 sides I will just trim. And if I trim off too much, I'll trim off more on the other sides, or if I don't trim enough off, then I can just trim a little bit more. So I think I might leave a little bit more on the bottom than on the sides and the top. So it kind of looks like a, well, you know what? Nope, I changed my mind. We're just gonna make it even on all sides. There we go. So just like that. I generally always ink my edges. So this is a Ranger Dauber, and I'm just dipping it into the Gina K black ink. Any ink will work, but Gina's is usually my go-to. So I just ink my edges. It doesn't take long. It does add a little bit of time if you've got a project with a lot of pieces to it, but I think it adds a lot of punch to the project itself. So now I think I'm gonna put that one on the foil. Yep. So I'll put some more adhesive on the back. I use a lot of adhesive. This is way more than I need. So this little picture here, I'm putting 4 rows. Bella, be nice. And then I'm putting another row on each end, which is way overkill. However, adhesive for refills for that are only $2.99, and I'd rather have too much adhesive and then have it come apart, especially when I'm giving it as a gift. I definitely don't want it coming apart on the recipient. And I don't think I've ever had that happen because I go overboard on adhesive. So you do have to be careful when you're using the foil paper because you can scratch it. Was that Braxton? Okay. Oh, he was out riding bikes, so probably him. So I'm just leaving a little skinny border of the silver foil just because I think the foil is very elegant. I brought silver and gold home. I wasn't sure. Let me take a little bit more off the bottom of that. And look at what a thin piece you can get with this trimmer. It's really nice. I like it. And let's see, is that even? I think so. So now I'm going to ink the edges of the foil. Can't see it as much on the foil, but and now do I want it on here or do I want it on the brown? I was going to try and maybe add some of the brown in just because he's got brown shoes and a brown belt, but I'm not positive, so we'll take a look and see how it looks. Yeah, I don't mind that, so we'll go with it. I don't have enough space here. I should have gave myself more space to crop. I'm just using the corner of the table, even though I'm the only one here, so I don't know why I'm not taking up the whole table. I guess because I'm just starting and I haven't spread out like I usually do. Scrapbookers are definitely spreaders. Sometimes you gotta be careful who you sit next to at crops because they try and take over your area. You guys know who I'm talking about. You've all got that one friend. I've got a couple friends like that. Lynette, if you're watching, Lynette's a spreader. Patty's a big spreader. I'm a spreader if I can. So like if my friend Tammy's not coming on time, I will totally spread out and take over her space until the second she gets there. All right, so now we've got our brown layer. So just like that. I really like lots and lots of mats. Another thing that I think adds a lot to a project. And you can't see the black on this brown very well, but you can see it just real slightly. And then for my cover, I think we're gonna go with this one here. But I think I'm gonna add, I do think I want that navy in the background. And this pad that I'm using for the 6x8 pad from Simple Story, or actually from Bo Bunny, called Tuxedos and Tiaras, isn't quite big enough to fit this front. There's a little bit of space at the top and the bottom. So I think I'm gonna just cut off an edge over here, and then we can put navy in the background, and I will add that later. But so let's see, let's take off just a little bit over here, see how that lines up, and I think that's good. So I'm going to, well, let's ink my edges first. So we're gonna ink the edges. I didn't bring any ribbon home either, but I think I might add some ribbon to the front of this when I get to the store too. I was trying to bring as little home as possible, but at least get going on this, at least get the pictures in order and things like that, because I've only got a week. I've been working on other things and just didn't have the time to devote to this, and now it's like, okay, I have a week, I have to get this done. And the other project that you've seen me show, I have told the person to come pick up on Tuesday. So it is not complete, but it will be complete by Tuesday because he's coming to pick it up. All right, so let's put some more adhesive down on this one. Like I said, way overkill on the adhesive. You do not need this much, but I do not want it coming apart. Can you see how much I put on there? Yeah, lots. But that's okay. It's gonna work. And so we'll stick that there. So I'm just gonna put a little on the back of this just so it can kind of hold it in place so that I know where I want it. But really, we're gonna have navy. Oops, I forgot there's no adhesive up there. There's only adhesive in the middle. So I have my picture and my matting. Remember, we're gonna add some navy around the outside to tie it all together. And now I can move my cutter, and I'm gonna decide what kind of embellishments and things I want on the front. So I opened up 2 packages of the Bo Bunny. So this one is the Bo Bunny Noteworthy, and I think these are actually from 2 different sets. I tore the bottoms off so that I can take them out of stock. So one of them is Black Tie Affair Noteworthy, which is last year's wedding collection, and the other one is Tuxedos and Tiaras Noteworthy, which is this year's Noteworthy. So I opened up both because I wasn't sure what I needed, and since I'm not doing a lot of other stuff in here, I figured I would need a lot of embellishments. So I'm just going to kind of go through here, find a few things that look nice that I could throw on the front. A little tag like this would be good to put like the year on. And what else is on here? I don't even know what's in here. Let's see what we've got. I don't know if we have any hearts or anything. I think there was something I seen that said like our wedding day. There's some big flowers. That's too big, I think, for the front. What about this? Yep, that's too big. We can add that later, but not on the front. Maybe that. Maybe. This says our wedding day, I think. Yep. That says our wedding day. I believe that should definitely be on the very front, right at the top. So then this that I was going to put up at the top, I think I'll just move to a different area. We can put the date on there. Okay, so I think I need one more small thing. And a lot of these pieces are big, so I'm not even sure I can find something small in here. There's a little bow tie. There's a tiara. All right. here's some words. What do these say? The best is yet to come. You are loved. Better together. Better together might work. Our wedding day, better together. Yeah, what do you think of that? Does that work? Okay, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. And then I'm going to ink everything and stick it down. So I'm going to get a few more pages before I show you another video. But as you can see, it just kind of comes together when you're using kits that everything pairs well together. So like all of this, except for that one package, is all, well, not that pad. I wasn't sure if I needed that or not. That's just kind of a black and white solids. But all of this other stuff, and including this pad here, is all that tuxedos and tiaras from Bo Bunny. So we will see you soon, and hopefully we'll have lots of progress made. All right, so I am back. I've got my cover done. I've decided to skip the navy that I thought I was going to add, and I'm going to start on my inside cover. So I've got this piece here that says Our Story that I would like to do, and then I want to start with a couple pictures of like the bride and the groom by themselves, and then I'll add some others in too. But what I'm going to do is attach this to my album, and then instead of 5 pages, it'll have a lot more because I've got both sides of this, and then there'll be a lot more of these throughout the book. So I am going to use score tape for this just because it's a little bit stronger than my adhesive on my gun. That is a really good adhesive on that gun, but again, like I said earlier, I do not want a gift to fall apart. Actually, I don't want any of my stuff that I make to fall apart. But these flips and folds get manhandled a little bit more than just stuff stuck on a page. So I want to make sure that it is nice and secure. So score tape is double-sided tape, so you just put it down and then you tear off the back side. So tear off the back, throw it away, and I've got a little bit more than I need there, so I'll just fold that over so it's not hanging up the edge. Since it's double-sided tape, it'll just stick to itself. And that pretty much covered the whole thing, but I'm going to put one more piece of a little bit thinner. Same thing, score tape. It comes in a bunch of different widths, but I don't have enough to, I don't need 2 wide pieces, so there's no sense in wasting it. And it tears with your fingers. And we'll just stick that one down. Okay, so I've got the one down on the other side, so it's sticky over here, and now I've got the other one on the other side. Tear that off. Hold my edge over. The one thing I do have to be very careful with this book about is, since I'm inking my edges and I have like ink on my fingers already, and I'm using a white album, so I do not want this album to look dirty, so I've got to be careful with where and how I touch things. So now I'm just going to place this. Let me turn this and see. You probably won't be able to see me do a whole lot, but I can't hold the camera and put this down, so I'm just going to kind of align this wherever I'd like it in the book. I think we'll go with right there. Make sure it's somewhat even. Like I said, I don't measure, I eyeball. If you are a measurer, go for it, but that just seems like it would take me even longer. And I'm on a deadline, remember? Okay, so push that down good. And now your album that only had 5 pages now has all this goodness and double-sided. So I just almost doubled the size of my book by sticking one item in there. And I'm not going to show you every page, but there's a lot of, like, here's little pockets that you can add. Here is some like swirly pockets. So a 5-page book can really hold a ton of stuff if you add all these flips and folds. So I'll be back later. All right, so I have added a little bit of paper onto my flips and folds. So this one says Our Story, and it came in one of the noteworthy packs. And then the second page here, I've added some background paper, one photo that's double matted with silver and gold paper foil because they have silver and gold rings, and then I added some of those embellishments. Everything is inked, and then I'll keep going on more pages. But I'm really liking how it's turning out so far. Except I'm mad at myself for not bringing home navy paper. And I just tried to steal some from my sister-in-law, and she doesn't have any either. But I don't want to run to the store tonight, so I might pull some of this off later and add some more navy if I need to, but I wish I would have brought navy home. It would have made things easier for me. But I'm managing, so I'll get some more done and we'll see you soon. Okay, I'm in my car. I can't take it anymore. I need navy paper, so I have to go to the store. So, gotta have what I need, I guess. So I'm just gonna run to the store, grab some navy paper and some, I think navy ribbon too, just to give it a little bit extra embellishment. Okay, I'm at Scrapmania. I got my goods, got what I needed, and now I'm gonna head back home. Grabbed a couple pins too. I thought maybe I might want those for some journaling or some extra little doodling embellishments and things. So my one problem is, by the time I get back home, I think it's gonna be dark and I'm not gonna have enough room in that, or enough light in that room that I'm at. So I might have to switch areas where you're not really gonna be able to see what I'm doing. So hopefully we'll have some light. Why is the light on in the back? I'm not sure why my light's on in the back there. So anyway, time to head home and work on the book. Okay, just like I thought, it was too dark to work where I was. So this is not gonna be real comfortable because it's a little higher than I would like. But I'm excited because I got my navy paper. So that's what counts. So I'm just gonna mat some more photos and keep going because, like I said, I would like to get this done. Well, I have to get it done by next Saturday, and I would actually like to get it done in maybe just a couple days. And I think I can, just because getting everything from a complete set like this kind of takes the guesswork out of stuff, and doesn't make it near as hard as it would have been if I was choosing papers and things on my own, trying to find things that matched up. So my last sponge was kind of falling apart, so I did get a new sponge on here. Hopefully it's sucking up enough ink. I can't really see a whole lot. It's still kind of dark. I'm gonna have one of the kids flip this light switch when they walk by. Hey Braxton, will you turn this light on, please?
Yeah.
And did I already ink that? I think I did. Looks like it. So we're gonna put that there. Put a little bit of navy back behind this one too, I believe. And if I didn't say it earlier, I don't measure things, I just eyeball. So this navy here, I'm just gonna set down onto my book, figure out where I want it to go, and hey, Bill. No, this light here, bud. This light I need on. No. Oh, it is there. I was thinking it was over there.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
So we've got that. Did you guys grab towels?
What?
Do you have towels? You might want to grab towels because I think you're going to be cold. They are going to head out to the pool. And it's almost 9:30, so I don't think they're going to be blast in the pool because we do not have a heater. And even though it was hot out today, I think they're going to be a little chilly in the pool. So, I can't see my line. There it is. Put a little ink on the navy edge. These really make nice gifts for people. But you gotta make sure that whoever you give them to is gonna appreciate them because they are a little bit of work and a little bit of time investment and money investment also. But as long as you know that they will be appreciated and taken care of, I feel like it's definitely worth it. And I think most people do too. Most of the mini albums that I've made have been gifts. I have a couple of ones of like Brigand's Dance and things, but generally when I do an album, it's a full-size album, and if I do a mini, it's usually a gift, just because I can get it done a little bit quicker than a whole album. So let's stick that down there, and I'll keep going, and then we'll be back after a bit. Okay, I'm back, so I've got the first of my first entire flip done. So I've left this blank. It says our story. I'd like the bride to write a little bit about how they met or how their love story began. And then as you can see, I've got all my first flips done on that first page. So inside cover is normally I would have been able to put 1 or 2 pictures there. And I could have put one here, but I chose to do the story instead. So there I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pictures where I could have, if I wouldn't have put those flips, it would have only given me 1 spot. And then I've started to decorate the next page, and I'm just going to do I just put black paper with pattern paper on top of it here. And then I forgot some more stuff. This is why I shouldn't craft at home, because I don't have any supplies here. I usually craft at the store or at the retreat house. I prefer to craft at the retreat house because I've got more stuff. But my photo flips, which are, they're clear like this. They kind of look like packaging, and you can stick them to your pages. I will show them in another video, but you can stick them in like these, and then you just lift them up. They're really nice and really easy. They kind of actually make your book go a lot faster, and I forgot to bring those home with me. So I'm gonna put these 3 pictures on this next page using those photo flips, but I can't do that until I have my photo flips. And I also forgot magnets, and I really like magnet closures. So like on this one here, that first flip, it's nice and flat, but it would actually be down tighter if I put a magnet in it. So those are just a couple things that I'll need to add when I get to the store tomorrow. I have attached another of our flips and folds. So I needed 5 pictures that kind of went together in a row is what my next series was. And this last one folded out like this, so I didn't want that one to fold the same direction. So I took the same style pocket and am having it unfold this way instead. So you can have it go this way. I actually wanted it to go off the top, but it was a little bit too wide, so didn't want to go left, so now I'm going to the right. And that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I had 5 photos. Okay, I'm back, and I ran out of adhesive, so I have another roll here, and I'm going to attempt to show you how to load this, but it might be kind of hard because you can't see a very good angle of the tape. This is the generic refills. It is what all of the employees and teachers use at the store. So we think they're just as good as the other. So you just snap it on there. That would stay out of the way, that would help. You got to squeeze your trigger down here and then pull it up and over. There are arrows on your gun and also on the tip here showing you which direction the tape needs to go. So you just kind of pull it around top. There's a little wheel here that you just stick it into. After your gun has been used a little bit, this wheel will be sticky, and that's actually kind of nice because then it just kind of sticks right there in place. And then this little piece I took off, so you snap that back into place, and then you can close it. Now, occasionally it does seem like the roll is backwards, and you're like, oh, this is a bad roll. It's you know, on the back side. All you have to do is, if it's on the back side here, sorry if you can't see that, if it's on the top and not on the bottom, just pick it off of the top and stick it here. And then if you stick it here, once it rolls back around, it'll be on the bottom. So it took me a while to get that figured out, because it's like, no, this is definitely a backwards roll, but it wasn't. It was just me being backwards. So just pick it off the top, stick it there, and then it'll come around and be on the bottom. Let's see, what was I? Oh, I was adhesiving these. Like I said earlier, I use way too much adhesive, but I want to make sure it sticks. Oops, almost forgot to ink that one, didn't I? Where is that one inked? Maybe it is. It's brown, so it's hard to tell. This one might have already been done, but it's not going to hurt to do it again. My lighting is not good in here. My table's too high. My shoulders are already bothering me. This is not the prime example of how to scrapbook, but I really like these albums. I wanted to show you kind of how easy it was. I wasn't planning on this being quite this long of a video, but there's a lot of little things in here that I like to show you. And I wish I would have brought like the flips and the magnets home to show you those too. The nice thing about both of those items is they can both be added pretty easily, and they can also be added after. So sometimes I get stuff together and then I think, oh, I need a magnet here, and all you gotta do is pry the paper up. Even if it rips a little behind it, it doesn't matter, because you're just gonna stick your magnet down and then stick that paper back down, covering it up, and nobody ever knows any different. So it is slick, and I'll get a few more pages done and then I'll come back with you. Alright, I'm gonna sign off for tonight because it's getting kind of late, so I'll do a part 2 of this video tomorrow, and I think by Monday I'll have it done actually. So join us more for later, or join us later for more, I guess. See, it's so late I can't even talk. Have a great night.